Not long after the invention of the automobile, people realized something was missing. Goggles were standard wear for first motorists, but drivers still needed something to protect themselves from a mouthful of bugs or a face full of mud. Cracked or chipped windshields are the most common damages to automobiles, and in most cases, a stone chip can be repaired. But sometimes the only solution is a windshield replacement. Windshields are commonly replaced by cutting adhesive and glue with special knives that have L-shaped blades on them. These knives are referred to as cold knives, but are not recommended because of the damage they cause to the body and paint. Speedy Glass uses a patented mechanism that cuts the adhesive with a fine wire from the inside out. This 2012 Beetle hit a stone on the highway and is due for a new windshield. The first thing the technician must do is remove the wipers and cowling that covers the bottom of the windshield and houses the wiper motors. The hood is then closed and masked with a specialized tape to protect parts of the body from potential scratches that can happen during replacement. The two spools winch is held onto the windshield with two suction cup mounts. This winch will ensure tension is given to the wire to allow cutting. The wire is fed through the bottom of the windshield at the dashboard, where it is inserted into a spool. Once the wire has been thread, the technician guides the wire into the crevice between the windshield and the body of the car. Meanwhile, another technician prepares the new windshield for replacement. Since there are no screws or fasteners that keep the windshield in place, it must be glued with a urethane or liquid rubber. The technician then scrubs the contact points with a degreaser to make sure it's free of any dust or surface contamination. He sets the wire with a tug and secures the wire to the windshield with a special tape. Now that the wire is firmly in place, the winch is removed from the outside of the windshield. It's affixed on the inside of the vehicle and threaded with the cutting wire. Once inside and the wire is threaded, a technician manually turns the winch, forcing the wire through the edges of the windshield. The position of the winch and tension on the wire allows it to cut through the adhesive without damaging any part of the car, although the technician guides the wire into the winch just in case. The technician protects surfaces on the exterior and interior of the windshield and begins to hand crank and turn the spool, which pulls the wire and cuts the urethane bond. The windshield is an important part of the structure of the vehicle. It provides up to 45% of the passenger cabin strength in a front-end collision and up to 60% of the A-pillar roof strength in a rollover. Also, the passenger side airbag uses the windshield to deploy properly. Once the cutout process is complete, the windshield is lifted out. Then, the existing urethane is trimmed down to 1 millimeter. The windshield aperture and dash is then cleaned, and he applies an activating bonding surface. If there are any fine scratches in the paint under the windshield, a urethane primer is applied to prevent rust. The surface is now ready for the urethane adhesive to be applied. The frame joints are seamed. And lastly, the windshield set into place and pressed to the proper deck height. Once the new windshield is installed, the car needs to sit for 1 hour. Speedy Glass's cutting-edge technology guarantees that the windshield is perfectly safe to drive 1 hour after replacement.